Hello and welcome to another episode of the Chai Tea Podcast. I'm Arcena, and joining me as always is my co-host Sam, also known as Time to Feel Alive.
Hello, hello. What an exciting day. Another month's gone by and another new set has come out. How are we feeling?
Um, like we mentioned last week, um, the set that was revealed, not the best. We knew that we had to hold out for some EXs, but after I've seen the full set list, uh, I'm a big Dragonite fan. Saw myself a
Yeah.
Dragonite EX. Uh,
Woohoo.
it looks not as bad as Baby Dragonite. Whether or not
No,
it shakes up the meta, whether or not it's viable, I don't know. But I
good
am
conduit with the old Dragonite as well.
you could. I definitely want to try to make that work and want to make that work in ranked. Because as I said before, you can take any deck to Master Ball. I'm just hoping it's not a 500 game deck, and I'm hoping it's closer to the
Yeah.
5 game mark. You know.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
gonna have to get those pulls early, get the Dragonite as soon as possible. But I did want to touch on something before we jump into the new set. I'm gonna hold everyone up. I'm gonna slow things down a bit and just talk about how I feel about like Pocket going over an entire month in general. Because the last week of this month before this set came out, I was kind of like losing a little bit of interest in the game, or my interest was falling off a bit. Obviously, I'm still logging in each day for my free packs and just doing all of the little missions that they put out, the events, doing all of that. But I'm not playing it as consistently I am at like the start of the month. Uh, like to put it into perspective, like I'm gonna just go through how a month works for me in general with Pocket, if that's all right with you.
yeah, go on, go on. Yeah, I like to hear your process because, like we said, we both are obsessed with it, and it's interesting because just of the first sentence that you said, my feelings are similar, but I'll let you go through what you do monthly or at each week in Pocket, as we call it, because that's easier way to like compartmentalize it. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with them releasing a set each month, I think like going for it monthly is the way that it will work from now on. So, like the first week, you've got the new sets come out. You're collecting the new set. You're building decks with the cards that you've pulled.
Just give me a second.
Well, this
Just
is what
one
I'm doing.
second there. When you say first week, do you mean this week or last week? So week one would be this week, then, right?
Yeah, this is the first week. So the new set, when the new set comes out, that's the first week in my way of thinking.
Yeah, nah, I agree. So go on. I just wanted to make sure that we are
Yes.
on the same page. Yep.
Cool, cool, yeah. So the new sets come out. You're collecting the cards from that set, trying to get as many as possible. You're building decks. Well, I mean, I'm building decks with the cards that I pulled. Maybe playing a little bit of early ranked before the meta has been set.
And
Just trying out some
losing
cards.
5-0, you know.
Oh, absolutely. What was it last one I tried to use? I was trying to use Lycanroc, the
Yeah.
worst EX from that set, and it just was not happening. Fell
Yeah.
right off.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, So that's how my first week goes. Super engaged with the game. Then the second week comes round. Then I'm maybe building some more meta decks as I pulled the more meta cards, and the meta is shaping for that month. And they're starting to do a bit of a ranked climb and collecting more, trying to get as much of the set as possible. Doing maybe the sneak peek events, wonder picks, just packs in general. Using the packs that we get from the month coming by. I mean, I probably would have used that in the first week, but yeah, just getting as much of the set done as possible in any way I can. And then the third week will come along, and probably in the third week is when I'm trying to get my like full on push for Master Ball, trying to get that set and done, so I don't have to like stress about it. I don't have to worry about like not making it to Master Ball. I want to be there in the third week, so it's done, right?
Yep, for sure. I,
And
I always have a 1 week buffer. I think when I started getting more into ranked, I say started getting when we've had 3 seasons. When I started getting more into ranked, I always had a week buffer. So when I started pushing to 10K, I would, if let's say the rank season ends Sunday morning. By the previous Sunday, I would have liked to be in Master Ball, and that's just when I stop any further push into top 10K because, like, I don't want to derank because you could have like a horrible 4 wins, 20 losses kind of week, and that
yeah,
can just like that can just put you into the depths of UB4, which, as we all know, is I would say UB3 is the worst rank to be in, but UB4 is also not great. But yeah, I agree with you.
It's
Week
not,
three,
it's not fun there.
yeah, week 3 is where you would like to have ideally already been in Master Ball, and then that's when you start your top 10k push.
Yeah, and like literally what you were saying there, I think happened to me last rank push. I was flying. I was doing so well in Master Ball. I had like a 5-win streak. I sent you the picture. I was like, dude, I'm gonna get to top 10k, and then it just all fell apart, and I got right down to like falling out of Master Ball, so I stopped playing. But yeah, that is the reason we do it, right? That's the reason we try to get to Master Ball in week 3, so that we can have a little bit of a push to top 10k, realize it's never gonna happen, and just forget about it for the last week.
I mean, it could happen, but the thing is, there's 2 factors involved, right? You, for example, don't like using the meta, right? So that's one of your big reasons why top 10. You've self-imposed a challenge, let's call it, on yourself.
You're not wrong.
To not get into Master Ball. Or how is what is the toughest way for me to get into Master Ball challenge set by Sam himself on himself? and the
Just the way I
other,
like to play.
yeah, that's perfectly fine. And the other thing is, at a 53% win rate, to get the 250 points, because assuming 1700 is the floor, you got to play a lot of games. I think 400 games or something with a 50% win rate or something outrageous like that. I remember doing the math one season. Somebody in the comments can correct me. At a 53% win rate, there was something like, I don't know, 400 games to get 250 points. And that, in a 3-hour, I streamed some of the games, right? And in a 3-hour session, I think the most I've gotten before was 30. So that's like 8 days worth. And I don't know if we have the time for that. Or, no, wait, no, not 8. 8 days to get 240. It's like 20 days worth to get 600. That's outrageous.
It is wild, but yeah, I mean it's doable, but it's going to take a lot of time invested, I think. So we'll save the meta talk for the next few podcasts when we know what's going on with this set. But so what else happens in the 3rd week? The next set is announced, so that is something to look forward to. But in the 4th week, so in between, once this new set has been announced, while we're waiting for it to come out, I'm not really playing Pocket that much. But I will say, I'm not playing it that much. I'm not like, I'm opening it, as I said, doing the dailies. But I am thinking about it because the new set's coming out. And I think that's where, like, the Pokemon Company or Dena, whoever decides when these trailers come out, they've got that right. Because even if I'm not playing the game, I'm still thinking about it. Like, they've got me in a chokehold. They know what they're doing, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Yeah, I think do you remember early on when? So I think again, I might have my timelines wrong. So don't I hope the comments don't come at me. But I think when Space Time SmackDown was released, we knew Triumphant Light was coming out after. I think that's the order. And then I think Triumphant Light came out, I want to say, end of February, right? And then the next known set we had was end of April. And I remember, I don't know if I told you this directly, but I remember going in my head, oh, wow, that's great. I can slowly finish Triumphant Light. And at that point, I was missing a Dialga immersive, a Mewtwo immersive. And I can go back to Mewtwo, get those immersive cards. And then end of March, they revealed Shining Revelry. And I remember going, and I think this is when you told me they really kept that a secret, and they really just hid that one from us. And that's when the monthly release schedule was established, because before that, end of October was Genetic Apex. Like middle of December was Mythical Island, which is 6 weeks, and then another 6 weeks later, come to end of January, was Spacetime SmackDown. Again, my timelines could be off, but I'm pretty sure this is how the release was. Only with the release of Shining Revelry did we realize we're going to get a monthly release. And at first, I'm sure like most of you, and I know that we are not free-to-play players, but we're only getting an extra pack a day. So, like, even then, I was like, how are we ever going to be able to finish it? Imagine the people not getting an extra pack a day. But like you said that they've done it right. They've got you in a chokehold. Is that what you said?
Yeah, but
I,
you are right though. It was a little overwhelming at first. I was like, "What? How the hell are we ever meant to finish these sets?"
yeah,
And I think with Space Time Smackdown, I ended up spending a little bit of money when I was drunk on it. I'm not doing that again. I've made that mistake.
drink
I'm not going back
responsibly,
there.
guys. Drink responsibly.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. So it was overwhelming, even with spending that money. But I think we've gotten into like the right mindset now with it, like where we know what cards we want. We're gonna get the regular set done. We're gonna get the ignoring the 2 stars. They're whatever. If you get some, great. If you don't, I'm not gonna try and collect them because you can't trade from anyway. We want to get the immersive, and then yeah, that'll be us pretty happy with the set. And also with trading, that's made it way easier to actually finish sets. Like at the moment, when I'm trading at the end of the month, I'm trading for finishing, like getting duplicates. I've done all the sets. Like I've got the 1 stars, I've got all the 3 diamonds, the 4 diamonds, everything. I'm just trying to finish off like making sure I have 2 of every card, just because if something ever becomes like meta relevant, I want to just make sure I have it in the back. I don't know how you feel about that.
I do that. I do finish up the sets when I can. I have I think this might be on speaking about collections a little bit, but I have good immersive luck. I have horrendous EX
Oh
luck,
my days.
and I have good Wonder Pick luck. So with all that combined, generally, as you said, I think I was able to stock up around 8 packs worth of hourglasses from Extra Dimensional Crisis to Eevee Grove, uh, just because I was able to, along with the events, finish off my main collection. But where
Yeah.
I where I differ from you on my tradings is, let's say, give me a card that has a regular form and an alt art form. Any card, any card. Pick a
So
card,
Valley.
any card. So would you say?
So Valley.
Fine. So Silvally, right? Let's just say I went through Extra Dimensional Crisis. I got myself 1 Silvally, and then I somehow got myself the 1 star Silvally. Now, any normal person would say, I have a playset. I'm going to stop. I want a second of the regular Silvally, and
What's the problem?
I would end up trading for it. Like, for example, I don't need a singular Buzzwole EX because I pulled 2 immersives, but I'm still gonna trade for 2.
You
Uh,
need the 2 so that you can play the cards. You don't need the 2 for your collection. It makes no sense to me.
I
But you know
want
what?
I want
To
to
each
see
their
them.
own.
I want to see them in twos. When you scroll through your things, don't you like to see 2, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 12, 2, 2? When I see a 1 there, as long as it's not a 2 star, as long as it's not an immersive, as long as it's not a shiny card, I want to see 2.
Fine. All right. You know what? You lived your life the way you want to live it.
And that also
You do
explains
that.
why I have 40 trade tokens and can't trade anything.
Yeah.
But that's beside the point.
That is beside the point. But what is the point, and what we have delayed for long enough, I think, is the new set. Shall we dive into it and talk about how that's been going for us so far?
Sure, can do. What is your first card of choice that you want to talk about?
Well, I'm going to start with you. How my day started today. I woke up at 6:30 for some reason. No, didn't set an alarm or anything like that. I guess my brain was just like firing on all cylinders, thinking about the new set. So it decided to wake me up. Then I flicked my phone open, downloaded the update, and then I was half asleep, and I don't know what happened. But when I woke up again later and turned my phone on, I had used one of the free packs that I'd saved up from the day before on Extra Dimensional Crisis for some reason. I'd have no memory of it, but I got a second freaking Lycanroc EX, which I didn't need because I already had 2 star Lycanroc EX and
He's
whatnot.
pulling a
Um,
me. He wants 2 of
I
everything.
didn't want that. I didn't want that. But like, I was so annoyed because it's an EX. That means that if I'd had opened an Eevee Grove pack, it probably could have been an EX. I know it doesn't work like that, but that's how my brain has decided
No,
it
no, that's
works.
exactly how it works. You wasted your EX luck on Extra Dimensional
No.
Crisis. And I assume, do you have any other EXs from Eevee Grove? Did you pull any?
I have 3.
So you could have had
So
4. You could have had
I could have had 4.
4. Yeah.
I could have. I'll go through the next thing that happened with EB Grove. My first 10 pack I opened, and I got 0 flashes. So I was like, okay, cool. The 2 cards that I got from it were like 2 free diamond cards. Didn't get any
Hey,
EXs, didn't get any
three
arts,
diamond cards are
nothing.
hard to come by. You
They
can.
are, but
I
come
think
on,
I
from a
think
10 pack?
Celestial Guardians. That was the cards that we ended up not having towards the end of the set. So like, you never know. Maybe you
Don't try
pull.
and explain this out, mate. That was a shit 10 pack, and I'm not happy about it.
No, definitely that.
Anyway,
Yeah, I think
the next 10 pack.
I would
Sorry.
be so mad if that happened to me. Yeah, I think my worst 10 pack was 1 EX was my
Oh,
worst 10
man.
pack, I believe.
It sucked. Anyway, my next 10 pack, I managed to get 2 flashes from it. So I was like, okay, cool. And the first card that popped up, this is one of the X's that I've got. I don't think I've told you this yet. I got the Rainbow Full Art Primarina, which is pretty beautiful,
Ooh.
pretty
Oh,
gorgeous. And I,
I think you kind of sort of mentioned it when you were like, "Oh, I got a god pack," but no, you didn't.
yeah,
Uh,
I did not. I thought
whoa.
because I got a Rainbow Full Art at the front, it was going to be a God pack. I didn't like turn it to the side to check if it was, but then went to the next card and it wasn't. But still, that was cool. Went through the rest of the 10 pack, and I think I got the 2 flashes, 2 shinies. So that's great.
Yeah,
I
shine
completely missed like the
shinies
first
are
pack that I
amazing.
opened.
Shinies are
Oh no,
so good.
let's not, let's not. Let's not
uh,
alienate the audience.
yeah.
Literally the first pack of Eevee Grove I opened, which was my free pack from the morning, I got a shiny freaking Moltres in it. So that was great. That was a good start to this set.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
What
the
other
2 other
shinies did
shinies
you
that I
get?
got.
Yeah.
Those 2 were a Lapras, which is completely useless, and a Gardevoir, which is, like maybe it'll have some kind of meta relevance again at some point.
It's
Completely could be.
possible. Like a if they give a 180 HP Mewtwo, which is a stage 2, with the
What was
drag,
from you?
I don't know. I don't know what the
Maybe Mewtwo, Mega Mewtwo, maybe if that comes into the game at some point, which
mm,
needs 5 psychic energies to do 500 damage.
they
And
might
Gardevoir's
do
got
they
that.
might do a Stokezard on Mewtwo just to make it like self-sufficient. Like
That could be interesting.
you could see them have psychic for not psychic or side draw or side charge because TCG names are not real, not like video game moves. They're not the same, right? They just use different names. So like side charge or psychic shield or something like that, where like attach 4 energies to Mewtwo. If you do this, your turn ends, and then the
Yeah.
next one attach another energy, and then 500 damage.
hmm
uh,
It's gonna happen. Wait and see. But just to finish off my rant at my bad luck this set, I got the 2 full arts that I've gotten so far were freaking Glaceon, which is like the most useless one. It's an okay art, but I think honestly, looking at the other arts, like I know we haven't got it on screen right now, but it is the worst of the EV full arts for me. So that's great. Not just
yeah.
because I got 2. I know you're going to say that.
Yeah. Hey, you got a playset. You don't need the 3 diamond one now.
True.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't need it at all.
No. No, I need it for the set though, to actually have it in my collection.
Yeah,
Um,
that's rough.
and then there was actually one more last thing. The other EX I got was Dragonite EX, which is pretty cool, but still
Yeah.
need a second one of
I
those.
want that. I didn't get that. I got Primarina. I mean, after you're done, I will talk about my how my day has gone. But yeah, no. I want Dragonite EX. It is probably my
It
second
seems
favorite
fun.
Pokemon of all time. Uh,
Yeah, he's a good little dragon. He's a happy little boy.
yeah.
And
But
this
no.
one looks like it could be okay. I mean, obviously 2 different types of energy is not ideal, but maybe there's ways of working around that.
Yeah, but no, you had a rough pull luck.
Rough pull.
I always save my pulls for on stream, and I generally don't look at. So I used to be somebody who, as soon as the set list is out, I look at it, see what I can use to play, see what packs I need to pull. But I realized that was after I saw it once. I think it's a pretty well known fact that yes, I love the arts, right? The art cards, the illustration arts, the 2-star rainbows, the immersives. They are beautiful cards. The amount of effort that they put into them is fantastic. They're amazing. But I play Pocket mainly for the battle aspect. And if you were to tell me if I would get a playset of a playable card or all the artworks. So basically, the two scenarios I'm giving you here is a playset of every single meta card for that season or a playset of every full art or every art card. I would pick the playset of the meta cards. Right?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Weird take.
Yeah. So I don't know where I was going with this. But
I know what you mean. The full arts are beautiful. I'm never upset when I get one. I mean, the 2-star ones, but and the 2-star rainbows. I am actually upset when I get the 2-star regulars. I don't care about those in the slightest.
yeah, no,
But when I
they're
get a
not
2-star
great.
rainbow,
I think yeah, go on.
it's
Sorry.
cool. It's cool to see, and it's like, okay, I can use this, whatever. But I would rather have the entire set finished. I'd rather have the entire set finished before I got any of those.
Yeah, no, for sure. But back to the packs that we pulled today. I did all the missions. I stocked up hourglasses, and I had about 10 packs to open. And did I send the message to you? I can't remember. I was like, I've got this many packs. I've got 2 sets of 10 packs. Please don't give me a shiny. I thought that was an absurd request because for some reason the shinies are everywhere.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
But I was pleasantly surprised. The first pack I opened, I got everyone's favorite card, Glaceon. We both don't like Glaceon for different reasons. I pulled 8 Glaceon EXs from Triumphant Light and did not get anything else. And then I had never gotten a 2-star, the full art 2-star EXs you say you don't care about. In my life, I don't think I ever got a duplicate of any 2-stars. So that's the full art supporters, the rainbow cards, or the full art EXs. Glaceon EX was my first double of a 2-star. Yeah. It's just sitting there doing nothing because Glaceon was useless. But then I kept opening packs. My first 10 packs had one ding. I think I got 1 or 2 full arts. My second 10 pack, I hit the immersive, and then I got a couple more singular full arts. I think I got the Sylveon full arts, and then all the 1-star. I ended up with 6 or 7 of the 1 gold stars. I think I want to say 6. 1 immersive and 1 Sylveon full art 2-star. I don't have a regular Sylveon EX, so it's nice to have that because then I can just get 1 Sylveon EX and I have it ready to go if it becomes viable.
Yeah.
But the big thing with this pull is I actually managed to call the cards I wanted. I didn't get a single shiny card. I could not be happier. I'm sorry. Many of you are going to hate me for this, but didn't get a shiny in 26, 27 packs, and I could not be happier. I didn't get Dragonite EX.
10 packs are going to get a shiny in each one now, watch.
I didn't get a Dragonite EX. Sad about that, but no shiny. Mm-hmm. I'm happy. And if I get 10 if the next 10 packs all gives me a shiny, I am going to be extremely upset with you, and you're going to get more Glaceon full arts.
Oh, mate. Glaceon is just banned from this podcast, I'm afraid. We're not going to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
I can't believe your luck.
Yeah. So that, another thing is, I think I've spoken about this before, right? I normally start opening other packs once the immersive has been hit. So now when I finish the full set of Eevee Grove, I can go back to getting the dreaded Mewtwo EX immersive that has evaded me since the start.
That is wild, though, that you've only got 1 immersive left to get already. Literally day 1 of this set, you got the immersive, smashed out. Your immersive luck, we touched on it last time, it's been wild recently.
But counterpoint, I think I'm over 6,500 cards at this point. Do you want to know? Do you want to know how many gold cards I have? I have
Make
1.
That 0.
Oh, sorry, I have 0. Sorry, no, not 1. My bad. I got confused because you said make that 0. I'm like, no, I'm gonna have to disagree with him there. But no, I have 0. Yes, I have a big fat 0 gold cards. But you know what? Like I said. I told you earlier, if you were going to offer me a playset of every single meta card or a playset of every art card, I take meta. I am very happy without the gold card. But yeah, you have anything to add on that? Because I have thoughts about this set's gold card as well.
To be fair, like the gold cards recently have been a bit mid, so you're not really missing out on too much. But we'll touch on that in a bit. Maybe now is a good time to start going through the set.
All right, which card did you have in mind that you want to start with? I'm gonna get the set list up now. One second. Yeah, what cards did you have in mind?
Okay, so I'm going to start with card number one. I didn't actually tell you this, but I think this is probably the worst card in this set.
All right. Yeah, so it's a bit of a technical issue there. I have them up now. All right, go on.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
card number one. I don't think. I think this is the worst card in the set, Tropius.
Where do we have our boy
I
Tropius? Oh, yeah, okay, it's right on top. It's the first
yeah.
card. Is it another Mantine?
I don't know if it's as bad as Mantine, but it's just. I don't think it's the one. But we'll swiftly move on. I think the new Serena looks pretty funny. I actually like this more than the old one.
Right. You got open reveals. I mean, it's you guarantee 50. If you flip 3 coins, right? Are you
Mhm.
guaranteed a heads every third or every two-thirds of the time?
Yeah, I mean you are likely to at least do 50, but you did use Serena recently, that flip Serena, and you were having a rough go of it.
Yep. No, not a single heads in 9 flips, I think.
Yeah. The problem with this card is I think there's obviously this new set with Eevee and Sylveon, not the Eevee EX, the Eevee that draws a card. There's so much like deck thinning that shuffling a card back into your deck, it's not even that big of an issue. So maybe this isn't very good.
Oh, and then I know. There's another card coming out later that has a deck thinning aspect. Is the Amber Palm? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Getting
Yeah.
the tool cards up, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, it's a cool. I like that that's an ability rather
Yeah.
than like a thing that comes after the attack.
Yeah. For sure.
So next, we've got Sweets Relay. We've got all the Sweets Relay cards. So Appleton, he's
Yep.
doing what? 40 damage plus 30 more damage for Grass Energy. You've got the Vanillite line, which is doing Sweets Relay plus 10, 30 plus 20 with Vanillish. But then you go to Vanillux and you lose the Sweets Relay, so maybe that one's not as fun.
I mean,
But
but maybe
you
you
could.
run. Maybe if you're gonna run the Alcremie, right? You don't
Mhm.
run the Vanillux. Vanillux. You just run Vanillite, Vanillish, and then have that with the Alcremie. You don't run the Vanillux.
Yeah, but then you lose. I mean, it's still weak to steel, so it's getting bodied by Solgaleo. I mean, even Vanillux would too, but I don't know. It feels kind of bad to only use the first Evo and the base and the stage one. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're like, oh my god, it's not fully evolved. Why do we use it? But I guess in order to make creative decks, maybe you run it like that. Because I think
Okay.
Vanillux running. So if you ran Vanillux, you run 2-1-2 with Rare Candy, right? So
Yeah.
not only it frees up basically 3 deck slots because you drop the 2 Vanillux, you drop the 2 Rare Candies, and add a Vanillish. So you're filling up 3 deck slots to make a Sweets Relay team. So and you can run it dual water and grass energy, and then Alcremie swings for, like I said last week, 200.
Mm, maybe. There are other Sweets Relay mons you can put in though, right? Like you could put Swirlix and Slurpuff, then you don't need to run dual energy because that's colorless. And also, I guess the benefit of using Vanillite and Vanillish would be that you can put Irida into the deck and then
Yeah.
get a bit more healing, maybe keep Alcremie alive for a bit longer to hit for more damage. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the Vanillite line in it. I do like Applin and Appleton. It's a shame that Applin doesn't have Sweets Relay itself, but you know. Then you've got Swirlix and Slurpuff doing Sweets
So
Relay, Milcery.
the only one that multiplies the number of Sweets Relay is Sweets Overload. Sweets Relay is just if you use Sweets Relay the previous turn, you just do X amount of damage more depending on the stage of the Evo. Because
Yeah,
Swirlix is
yeah.
10 plus 20, Milcery is 10 plus 20, Slurpuff is 30 plus 60, Appleton is 40 plus 30 for 1. That's
Yeah.
not
I
bad.
That's what I'm saying. I think that if I was going to run Sweets Relay, it would be Applin, Appleton, maybe Swirlix, Slurpuff, and Milcery, Alcremie. I think that's going to be the way to do it. Maybe even chucking in Sylveon EX in there with the new Eevee to draw the cards a bit more. But, that's a lot of basic mons in there. Maybe you could drop a Swirlix
what's
to do
funny?
that.
You speak about Sylveon, right? You're talking about regular Sylveon or the EX one?
EX.
Yeah, but I have a funny story about the regular Sylveon. When I started playing the solo battles from it, I read this attack does 30 more damage for each evolution Pokemon on your bench. The Sylveon came out to the front, and then they had no evolutions. They just had 2 fully evolved Pokemon on the bench, and did 100. And I'm like, is that a bug? And then I realized that evolution is, I think, a fan-made term. It's not an official Pokemon term. So there's no way that could have been on the card. So I should have used my brain then, and then I reread it and I was like, okay, it says however you say that word.
You got this. Evolution.
Evolution. Whatever evolution card you have. That was yeah. But yeah, that's my Sylveon story. Carry on, sorry.
That's right. Even on the EVEX card, it says rather than saying this Pokemon can evolve into any evolution, it's like into any Pokemon that evolves from Eevee. So yeah, evolution is not a official term.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah.
Yeah. So as we were sort of thinking during the last podcast, Sweets Relay and Sweets Overlord look pretty fun. Maybe give them a go when we got the cards for it. Going back up to the top then, we've gone through Sweets Relay. Flareon EX, something that you noticed but I didn't really take in when we were talking about it. It's from the discard pile that the fire energy come from. So you're going to have to start getting rid of those energies first before you can just start powering up the Flareon EX.
Yeah, but Flareon is self-ramp. Because what you could do is start Eevee, power energy, evolve to Flareon, power energy, get your third energy, attack, and then self-ramp. Because you discard 2, attach, and then draw.
Yeah. I mean, once you get the Flareon EX online, it's good to go. I was thinking you could just get Flareon EX on the bench, use its ability, and then Dawn energy up to people. But obviously you can't do that unless you're discarding energy with, like, the new Torkoal, for example, right next to it, or the new Salandit, old Charmander, other things that just get rid of fire energy.
Yeah, fair. The Flareon looks like it can help Flareon EX with Assisting Heater.
I like that. That's a really cool card for a lot of fire decks, really. Powering up, getting energy from the energy zone. Super nice for the bench mons. Like it's like a Pachirisu, but an evolution and takes more energy. So yeah.
2 energies, but it's 40, so it knocks out a weak basic with 60.
No, I like it. You could make some kind of Flareon EX deck with 4 of the Eevees, with the 2 Eevee EXs.
Then you mentioned Torkoal. Torkoal seems interesting. Like you said, Flareon Torkoal combo. Next card on the list is Incineroar. Everyone's
not
favorite.
a fan of this guy. Not a fan of this guy. He is a better or slightly better, maybe power crept. Is it Golurk or Golett? No, Golurk. From set 1.
I remember Golurk was 4 energy for something. I don't know what it does.
4 energy for, I think, the exact same attack. Flip 2 coins, do 100 damage for each heads.
Yeah, but he is stage 2. Golurk is stage 1.
Yeah, that's the kind of difference. But like, obviously, with rare candy, it's easy to get this guy online. I don't like Incineroar here. I don't like this regular Incineroar card. Flipping coins, not for me.
Yeah, no.
Who knew?
Yeah, we know Sam does not like to flip coins. He doesn't. There's 2 things. Actually, now 3. So the two things that we knew he didn't like was Darktina, flipping coins, and then with this set is love for Glaceon.
Yep, Glaceon. We're not talking about Glaceon anymore.
All right. Okay. No, Glaceon is banned. No Glaceon time.
Let's put a big cross over it in the thumbnail or something.
Oh my god, that'd be funny.
Okay. Well, the next card to talk about is I'm going to just skip right to the next EX, and that's Primarina EX. And I think this card looks really good. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, I would have to be a big fan of it because it's the only EX I pulled. With as a card, I mean, I guess we can talk about it because it's related to it. The How card that is, let me just get to it. Where's the pretty How card? There we go. The How card says during your turn, attacks used by your Decidueye EX, Incineroar EX, or Primarina EX do plus 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon.
Plus 30 is insane.
That makes Incineroar EX do minimum, I tell you, 80 damage with 1 energy. Because
that is
because I
so
think
strong, man.
I think it's 30 for the attack, 30 for the Howl, and then you're guaranteed 1 turn of burn. So,
unbelievable.
So
potentially more if you don't flip, if the opponent doesn't flip to get out a burn.
So on your turn 3, which generally your opponent's Pokemon is unevolved, if your opponent bricks, is there a basic that has more than 80 HP?
I don't know. And 100. As I said, like it could do 100 damage if they flip tails as well. That is wild.
Yeah. But on that turn it does 100. They have a chance to draw a bench card. It's 80 on your turn 3 when your opponent is more than likely, if they brick, they just have a basic sitting out there with no bench.
Yeah.
Does any basic survive? You know what? That's a fun question for you guys to answer in the comments. Is there any basic that would survive 80 damage?
Yeah, I mean, ones that don't evolve definitely would.
So, Turtonator?
I mean, Snorlax?
Okay, fine. So,
there's a load. Darktina? Both of those?
Oh yeah, basic EXs. Never mind.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
I mean, but basic stage 1s, or not even stage 1, it's just basic ones that evolve. Maybe that's probably not.
Yeah. I completely forgot about basic EXs. Yeah.
But what else? How with Decidueye, it's not really that much of a buff. We were talking about this earlier. We think because it's going to have to be for the active, it does extra effect damage to the active. That doesn't benefit Decidueye's whole kind of Cyrus effect of his attack.
Yeah.
So it's good, it's not as big a buff to the other two. Where Incineroar, a massive buff. Like I think you're going to see a lot of Incineroar running around at the moment.
Yeah.
And then Primarina, should we have a look at what Primarina does here?
Yeah, so it says Hydro Pump for 40 energy. For 40 energy. Hydro Pump does 40. This Pokemon has at least 1 extra energy attached to it. It does 40 more damage. Like you mentioned earlier, it's basically Crabominable because Crabominable, 1 energy for 40, and the next turn it does 80. And the next turn, if you keep with the curve of energy, you will have the second energy already attached. With Primarina being a stage 2, there's a chance you already have 2 energy on it when it evolves. Mm-hmm. So you're probably, if you're lucky, you're probably already starting off with 80 damage for that attack instead of Crabominable doing 40 and then 80, right?
I like it. I think I liked Crabominable a lot, and I think this is like a better version of that in a way.
I want to run,
as you said,
I want to run Primarina, and we'll go to Dragonite later, but Primarina Dragonite seems exciting.
Yeah, that seems really cool. I like the idea of Primarina EX. I don't know what card I'd want to pair with it. Maybe even regular Primarina to heal it even more. But I just want to heal this thing as much as possible because, like, 100 damage and healing 20. You can also Lily this for an extra 60 health. You could maybe put a potion on it, or maybe a Poke-Center Lady. Obviously, you can't Lily if you do that, but just keeping this thing. Maybe Dusknoir, that's kind of a weird one because that would heal it to full anyway. Irida, yeah, there's loads of ways to heal this thing, and I think just like you could be really annoying with that. 100 damage plus 30 from How, and then healing an extra 20. It's cool.
Yeah, but the issue with running, so the Primarina strategy was actually quite interesting, but then you can only technically have 1 Primarina EX as an attacker.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. If you want to heal it with regular Primarina, but still, there's other things that can heal. And I think, I'm excited by this Primarina EX.
Right. Yeah. No, I definitely am too. Not because it's the only EX I pulled. I promise. It does look when I saw it. The 3 EX cards that they didn't reveal from the trailer could have good meta implications.
Yeah. We'll touch on them all in a minute. So, should we go to the electric card we're going to talk about? I think Galvantula.
Yes.
Having a guaranteed paralyze is really strong.
You know, when I first read this, what I read it as is discard all energy attached to the opponent's Pokemon. I don't know how I misread it that badly, and I was like, this
That's
card,
insanely broken.
this card's gonna be insanely meta. You go out there with 2 energies. You put it out against a Giratina EX. It's a 2-hit KO as a revenge. Yeah, yeah. Because yeah. Then I was told to reread this. Reread it. Not as broken. Still fun.
Still fun. There's lots of ways to get more electric energy onto Galvantula as well. Maybe just like dawning stuff up from Zeraora.
If you don't know this, Sam loves Dawn. Sam is
I'm telling you,
always
man, I'm
Dawn
gonna make
hyper.
Dawn work this season. Flareon EX and Infernape, man. Watch this space.
Yes.
Anyway, but yeah, I guarantee Paralyze is really good.
Yeah, no, for sure. It because paralyze is probably the best condition because it prevents you from attacking for a turn, which is some might, I guess, poison tick, burn tick is good. Sleep is permanent. So sleep is paralysis, but permanent. But paralysis guarantees your opponent cannot attack for that turn.
And they can't retreat, I think, right?
Yeah, they can't retreat either. You can't. You
Unless
can.
they have like Celesteela or something like that.
Or Solgaleo, I think. They both nullify.
Oh yeah,
it.
true. Solgaleo.
So,
And maybe Iridor. There are things to get around it, but it's very hard to.
yeah.
Galvantula can be super annoying. Next up, we've got basic Sylveon. We did touch on this earlier. Doing 40 damage plus 30 for each evolution. Kind of cool.
Yeah. Sylveon EX is basically an extra prof research when you evolve it. So that is probably its usability. 70
very splashable in Eevee decks.
Yeah, 70 for 2 is for an EX.
Not good.
We said this last week, but the fact is, it's an extra 2, and somebody once famously said, "Deck thinning is deck winning."
Yeah. Yep. Maybe not here. I just don't think it's strong enough, and then getting one shot by Solgaleo ain't it.
Oh yeah, nah. And Solgaleo is probably. I think the Shinotic Solgaleo deck is still probably going to be quite useful.
Yeah. Yep.
What next?
So yeah, Sylveon it's okay. Mimikyu next to it is pretty funny. Like a new Ditto or Mew EX for 2 psychic energy. You can flip a coin and do one of their attacks. It's kind of hilarious.
Could you imagine, right? They start turn 1, they start Charmander. Oh no, actually you would want to go turn 1, you start Charmander. For example, they got Charizard up, alright? And now it's your turn. They use that 1 turn to stoke and put energy on Charizard. You've got 2 energies. Your turn 4 right now. You have your second energy. Flip a coin. You got heads. You burn it with 150. So funny.
That is wild. I mean, I don't like the coin flip aspect of it, but I think it's hilarious.
Nah, I think it's gonna frustrate a lot of people.
Yeah. Alcremie, Milcery, Alcremie. We touched on them briefly. Don't really think there's any fighting cards that are
There's
good
not fighting that would do anything, but look at that Wishcash Earthquake. 4 energy, 130, 10 to all. Yeah, I just wanted to point that out. We can.
It's a contender for worst card in this set, that Wishcash.
At least it does 130.
Yeah.
A lot of basic EXs like Zapdos die to 130.
True.
So not that
very good though. Oh, wait, hang on a sec. This guy's doing 130, right?
Yeah.
Rampardos damage for 4 energy. What's the point of you, Wishcash? Why are you here?
Oh yeah, now you brought that up. Yeah. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Umbreon?
Yeah, Umbreon's okay. We touched on this last week. You can kind of get around its effect, the effect of its attack, like by bouncing out of the active spot, evolving. There are ways around it, we think. We haven't tested this out, but the way it's worded would suggest that if you retreat, get out of the active spot, then a basic Pokemon would be able to attack again.
And then there's Purloin here. That's pretty cool because when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's nice. Because we had a Starly do this as well. In one of the earlier sets. I think the Starly might have done damage.
Starly did different, didn't? Oh no, Starly didn't steal the tool, did it? No, it just discarded it.
This discards it too.
No, but I was thinking the Starly stole it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, 70 damage from Liepard is quite cool.
It's
a strong stage 1.
Yeah.
Togedemaru was the next one. Skip over Mawile. Togedemaru doing 30 damage plus, is it an extra 30 from Sophocles or 20?
30.
30. So you could do 60 damage, and then the next turn, if you get attacked, you're doing another 30. That's 90 damage. It's kind of fun. I kind of like him.
But yeah, it's 2 energy though. By then, 80 HP is probably gone. So it's probably like a bench warmer, and then you bring it out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And then we had
He's
Metal. Yeah, go on.
new Melmetals, whatever. I mean, I guess you could combine new Melmetal with old Meltan, get that Mega
Dialga
Punch going by
EX.
turn 3. Yeah, he's not the guy, is he?
Ugh. And then
And then Dragonite.
the card of the set. The card of the set. Sorry,
Oh, wow, he's calling it.
No, not for meta, not for anything.
Okay.
I love this card. I am so happy to see Dragonite EX. I am a big Dragonite fan. Like, it's just I hope I can get to Master Ball with Dragonite EX. It might take me forever, but I want to do
it's
it.
Gonna be. It's possible. It's definitely doable with an 180 damage attack. It's just not bricking with the energy draws, right? That's what you got to do.
I think we could do it this way, right? Vaporeon moves water onto just water, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So this is my idea, right? This is not viable yet, but just off the top of my head, to prevent the double energy, you run a single energy, probably water, right? Then you generate your electric energy with either Magneton or Zero Aura, right?
Zero, yep.
Yep. Then you attach link cable or electrical cord is what it's called to one of these Pokemon. Sacrifice them, put the energy onto Big Boy Dragonite, and then kill.
You hit once, and then you can't attack, and you have to sit there doing nothing for a turn. But I guess you could like heal the Dragonite, keep him alive, and then hit them again for 180 the next turn.
You can do it with Lily. If you have water energy, you can do it with Irida, Pokemon Center Lady, Ocean.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I got one for you. Oh yeah, you can heal us with Lily. That's really nice. I'm thinking we have like a Snorlax, maybe a Snorlax EX in the active spot. You don't power him up. You get your Dratinis, your Dragonairs on the bench, or Dragonite.
So do you know why he's specifically mentioning don't power him up? Because when he put this idea to me, I told him, let him tell you what he's going to do with it. But go on, tell him what you're going to do with it.
This was always the plan. This was always the plan. So I'm just going to go into Snorlax EX while we've got him.
Yeah.
I think he's the new wall. I think he's a great wall. Healing 20 per turn is insane. Obviously, it doesn't work with Barry because it's Snorlax EX. It's not just regular Snorlax.
Mm-hmm.
So have him in the active spot, soaking up hits. It's going to get hit hard by Rampardos. We know this, but whatever. Maybe put a cape on it. You can put the new leftovers item, which is kind of cool. Touch on that in a bit. And you're healing 20 per turn, potentially more. And once you have your Dragonite EX set up, you got Irida there. Get Snorlax out of there. Get Dragonite onto the field. Maybe you've even got 5 energy on your Dragonite EX. Hear me out.
Right?
Dragonite EX hits for 180. You retreat the next turn into Snorlax EX. You Irida again. No, Irida. Ilima. That was what I meant to say.
But Ilima needs damage. Just, yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so that
the second turn won't work. The first turn would. I see the vision.
Damage.
But yeah. So when he first mentioned this to me, he didn't mention this exact strategy. This is brand new to me. But he first said Snorlax is like a wall. You can Ilima out of there, and then send out something else. And I'm like, but you'll waste 4 energy. And he's like, you don't attach energy to the Snorlax, which is why he mentioned that earlier today. But I want Dragonite to work. I also love the Dratini. I'm just a big Dragonite fan. The Dratini artwork is amazing. The Dragonite artwork is amazing. The Dragonite is amazing. The Dragonite Rainbow Rare is amazing. Have you guys just figured out that I love Dragonite?
Really?
Yeah. I don't
He's
think I said that.
He's a good Dragony boy.
Yeah, no.
He's a good boy.
I would love it if... I think this is my challenge for... You know how your self-imposed challenge is not using anything meta? I think I want to do not using Dragonite to Master Ball. and then
Dragonite's a Master Ball.
maybe
It'll
top.
last 1 week at best before he uses the meta. You heard it here first.
No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do Dragonite to Master Ball and maybe top 10k. Maybe top
Okay.
10k.
All right, we'll see it. We'll see it. I like him too. I think he's cool, and I definitely want to try him out.
All right, that's enough Dragonite. Let's move on.
Drampars, whatever. Eevee, the new Eevee, not Eevee EX, I think is really good. Draw a card.
But wouldn't
You know.
you? I mean, I guess you use Eevee for evolutions, but if your sole purpose is to draw a card, you wouldn't use Genetic Apex Meowth because it does 10.
No. Well, if your sole purpose is to draw a card, yes, you put
Yeah.
that Meowth in instead, but you want to use this for the evolutions, the new cards that we've just been given. So I think drawing a card with Eevee, great. Maybe evolving it into Sylveon, you've just got 3 extra cards. You're thinning your deck, man, and that's winning.
Deck thinning is deck winning.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's cool. New Eevee EX, we've seen this. We know what it does. We know why it's here. So you can have 4 Eevees. Snorlax EX, he's the wall. He's the big guy. Gets stomped by Rampardos, but that is what it is. Most cards do.
Rampardos with red, with Giovanni, with Lucario. If Snorlax becomes the wall that Sam's talking about, I think Ramp Lucario will become a thing just to counter it.
I mean, here was me saying that Guzzlord was going to be a meta changer last set, so I'm probably wrong about this, but who knows?
Yeah.
Then we've got Ambipom, grabbing some tools out
I
your deck.
don't
Maybe
think
you
it's
can
going to be an
combine that with
attacker. I think it'll just be splashable just to use the tool. If you're like, maybe Skarmory, you want to get your Skarmory.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But Skarmory would be a good combo.
But since it's a stage 1, Skarmory needs to get online before that. So if you're really needing this to pull a tool for your Skarmory's probably dead.
Yeah.
I think Skarmory has 80, right? If Ambipom requires 2 turns to get online. So yeah, you probably go turn 1, turn 3, then hopefully you can draw a tool. Like I think it seems interesting on the surface, but it may not be as great as I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like meta changing, but it could be fun.
One thing to point out, though, look at that Apom holding that out. Sweet.
I know, it's so cute. Look at his little smile.
Yeah, that is. I know many people. I know many people are divided on Ambipom. Like some people love it, some people hate it. But that's this Apom artwork. Probably, you know what? I'm gonna say it. Artwork of the set for me.
Wow, that's a big claim.
Artwork
I'd probably
of the set,
give that to
not
some of the
evolutions
that we're going to see in a minute. Oh, true. Not including Dragonite.
Yes, Dragonite wins. Dragonite is the best meta card. Dragonite is the best card. Dragonite is the best artwork. So like we remove Dragonite, and then everybody has a fair playing field.
Okay, Mr. Biased. All right, we got chat out here doing confusion as whatever.
I think
Ordino, don't know why it exists.
It's the worst status in Pocket.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Yeah, the Ordino card looks nice, but 2 energy for a normal 90 HP for a maximum of 60.
60.
Yeah.
Not yet. Minchino Cincino, the standard deck, what they called set fillers. Greedent could be a good combo with Ambipom.
3 energy though, and I've seen it. I think the solo battles use it with leftovers. I don't know. Rampardos stomps it.
True. For old anything weak to fighting just gets bodied by Rampardos.
It's so funny. People are like, fighting doesn't have ramp, but fighting has. When they mean ramp, they mean energy ramp. But fighting has the ramp. Rampardos.
Funny how that's worked out.
Yeah.
We got Eevee Bag here.
Oh my god!
Cute.
Don't get me started on Eevee Bag. Is it that time? Is it that time?
No, it's not. It's not. We've got one more thing to touch on because obviously we talked about how we saw Penny in the trailer. Leftovers is a really cool new tool. I think that could be quite strong if people don't have like Guzma or tool removers. Healing 10 per turn.
I think every deck now runs Guzma just because you just want to blanket on because there's only so many tools. Ideally, unless you're running a tool tech, you're not running more than 4 tools. Once you see all 4 Pokemon have a tool, you play Guzma and it's game over. So like I
feel like Guzma, he's strong he was strong last season because of Nihilego, right? Doing the extra poison chippies. You don't want to get hit by that poison barb. Maybe it'll drop off a bit.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. But I like Leftovers. I'm glad it was added to the game.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. When I first saw it, because my first experience with the cards, like I said, is doing the solo battles. And I was like, whoa, leftovers, that's so cool. Uh, and then you analyze it, and like, it's a tool spot. We have to see, it's probably situational.
Yeah. Like, you'll probably want to use it for things with big HP already. But for things that have smaller HP that are doing bigger damage, you're going to want to use Cape to, get them out of Oko range and stuff.
All the
So
breakpoints.
it's
All the breakpoints.
yeah, exactly, breakpoints.
Mhm.
So it's kind of situational. We'll see if it's meta shifting. I don't think it will be, but it's cool. And then now we've got all of the evolutions, then 1-star arts, probably the most pretty 1-stars we've had so far.
Yeah, no,
Really,
for sure. They look so good. Again, I said in the beginning, I said in the middle, I said it everywhere. I do not like artworks. I mean, I like the artworks, but they're not my focus. Uh, all the 1-stars are amazing. I have 6 of them already.
I
Uh,
can get behind collecting the 1-star arts because they're tradable and they are a little easier to collect than any of the 2-star. I don't think I've finished any of the sets with all of the 2-stars, but I
yeah,
have finished all the sets with 1-stars.
yeah, no, for sure, for sure. Yeah, no, it's so good. What's your favorite one that is not Glaceon, of course?
I mean, it's my favorite evolution, and I just think it looks the coolest. Probably Umbreon.
I would say my favorite evolution is Espeon, so I like that one. But
Hmm.
the Jolteon one, when I first saw it, was so cool. It's jumping in the air with a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. That's probably my
The
favorite.
Vaporeon one as well. It's pretty cute.
Yeah, Flare one looks good too. Yeah, they're just all really, really good. Let us know
They're all
down
top tier,
below what your favorite evolution is and what your
as
favorite
long as it's not Glaceon.
Yeah, poor Glaceon. Glaceon gets stuffed in mainline games because the Ice Stone is so far away. He gets stuffed up in TCG Pocket as well. What to do?
Yeah,
Can't catch a break.
yeah. They really are like full on spoon feeding the collectors here. Like, here you go, come and
Yeah,
get them. All these evolutions.
yeah. Like look at some of these rainbow artworks as well.
Oh
The
my days.
Snorlax artwork is so good. The Eevee immersive. I saw the immersive animation. It's fantastic. No spoilers there.
Hmm,
Uh,
hmm.
and then obviously the best artwork is Dragonite artwork. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say the shinies.
But no, these are all the artworks are beautiful. Like I've never not said the artworks in this is beautiful. As a collector, as a battler, I would rather the meta cards. The collector, the pretty artworks, I can look at them online like I like now, right? I don't need the card. I don't need to waste my luck on it.
Hmm, hmm. I mean, like, I think these are the top tier 2-star rainbow arts. Like, there are definitely some ones in our earlier sets that aren't as good. Like, I mean, I think he's funny, but Crabominable doesn't look anywhere near as good as any of these.
No, I think the best
Um,
2-star, because it's off the top of my head, Rainbow, right, is the Garchomp from Triumphant Light. Garchomp
Gotcha.
EX.
Oh, he's cool. For me, I think it might be Infernape from
Oh,
is it
yes.
Baseline
Yes.
SmackDown? He's like
Yeah.
riding on a bit of rock. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, that's good. That is, you're right. Nah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, those are
And we,
the.
we fully called the immersive. I mean, it wasn't hard to call, but we did.
We didn't call the. Is it time? Is it finally time?
It's finally time.
We did call. We skip over the shinies because we know what we feel about it. The gold card.
Oh my
What?
days.
Oh, so like I said, I don't open it till much later. By then, Sam's opened it, and he's not ruining it for me. He just said gold card is interesting. So when I was going through it, when I was going through the set, I was like, oh, don't tell me they put Dragonite because obviously I'm Dragonite biased. Um, and then I saw it, and you know what makes this worse, right? The law of averages, I don't know what that law is called, dictates that I will eventually get a gold card. Watch it
Gonna
be
be Eevee bag.
this. I will
It's
cry.
it's so silly. I love and I hate it. It's like there are so many better things they could have picked. Like I was kind of thinking that Sylveon would have been it.
You know
Um,
what's funny? I would have rather that EVEX as the gold as well.
no, I don't know. Having an immersive and a gold. I mean, they have done that before, but I kind of like the variety. But
Ugh, not
look
Eevee.
at it. Imagine pulling that. You're gonna be like, oh.
If that see what's bad is I didn't like Pokeball to start off because it wasn't a Pokemon. but then at least I can flex. Every single deck I use, unless I'm running some weird fossil deck, will have a Pokeball in it.
Yeah,
Right?
you get this Eevee bag. It is usable in Eevee decks and Eevee decks alone.
Yeah, and it's never gonna change. It's only
Nope.
gonna be used in EV decks, and I just
It's cute. It's hilarious, but it's just not it.
yeah, boof.
It
Yeah,
will be the most disappointing gold card to pull, and that means you're probably going to pull it.
yes, because I have no. Even if so, not even because it's most disappointing. I'm gonna pull it. Like I mentioned, eventually I am gonna hit my gold card. It's I don't want it to be this. I don't want it
No.
to be this. I have to go back to Mewtwo packs at some point, right? Mewtwo packs can give me any of the original 3 gold cards. I will take those 3 gold cards. Just don't give me Eevee bag. Please don't give me Eevee bag. I don't want Eevee bag.
Please no Eevee bag. Anything but Eevee bag. Even saying Eevee
uh,
bag just sounds funny to me now.
yeah. Oh my god. I don't want. I was like, watch. Will this be the set? I pulled the first gold card in. Please, no. Ugh.
Nope. It's gonna happen. Well, that's it. That's the entire set. We've kind of run through the other things that I want to touch on, like our favorite cards, the worst cards, and the best cards.
It's Dragonite, right?
Yeah,
We
just
agree. It's Dragonite. Dragonite wins the set.
sure. Dragonite is the winner.
Cool.
Another note that I've got written down for myself here is save Wonder Glasses for sneak peek.
Oh yes.
I've already failed that.
Okay.
I've already failed that.
I
But
remind.
I had a valid reason.
Yeah, he saw a god pack, I think.
Yep, the first time I've seen a God pack since I swear to you, it was like the first couple months of Pocket being released is when I was seeing gold packs. Since then, nothing. But there was a gold pack, and I managed to get a God pack. I got a 2-star Flareon, not the full art, but the other one, which is okay. I mean, I can hopefully build a Flareon EX deck at some point with it. But I did miss out on the Rainbow Dragonite EX, which was pain.
That would have been the card of the set. You get that, you retire from Pocket. That's all you need. You don't need anything else
Yeah,
anymore. You just
that's
need
it. I'm
Dragonite.
done.
Yeah.
I just screenshot that, set it as the home screen on my phone, buzzing.
Stare at it when you're
Yeah,
sad, when
there
you're
you go.
happy, when you're angry. Yeah, life is settled.
Dragonite is love, Dragonite is life.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't this excited for Blastoise, and that is my number one favorite Pokemon. I don't know. It's something about I feel like because Dragonite got so badly done in the first set that I'm just genuinely excited about maybe making it work. You know?
Yeah. Just doing something with Dragonite will be fun, for sure.
Again, Dragonite to Masters. Mark my words. I will get it done.
All right.
If I can pull
I
it.
am waiting with bated breath.
I might not pull it in time, so I may not be able to do it. But if I pull it, I'll do it.
All right. I'll watch and see.
Yes.
All right. Well, that I think is going to do it for today. Like we said, save Wonder Glasses for sneak peek. That's coming out probably the first week of the month next month.
Yep.
So second week of the set, if you want to put it like that. We did have something that we've seen. Thank you guys for listening so long in this podcast. I don't know if you've got it up on screen right now. I can't
Just
see.
give me a second to get it up. It's
you guys can.
Twitch drop
yes.
event. Yeah, there we go. I have it up.
Perfect. A Twitch drop event. So you guys can get 12 free Wonder Glasses and Pack Glasses by watching any of these people.
Yeah, so these are all the time zones. I think these are all today when this episode goes up for this time zones, convert it to your own time zones. But yes, 12 hour, it's basically a pack, and 12 hourglasses is one wonder pick with one stamina. So I guess it's worth it.
Yeah, you've got to watch one of these people for 45 minutes, and yeah, it is the 26th and 27th. So if you're watching this after that, you've missed it.
Yes, probably. If you missed, I have it off screen now. So if you missed what I said, just go back, pause the video, and then look at the time zones.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's it. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed today's episode talking about Eevee Grove. If there's one takeaway for me, it's Dragonite.
Yeah, you know what's coming.
Any takeaways from you, Sam?
Some final thoughts. What we were talking about at the start, how we feel about how each month of Pocket goes by. I forgot to mention at the time. If you guys could leave a comment about how you feel about Pocket as the month goes on. Do you sort of lose interest towards the end of the month before the next set comes out, and then maybe, I don't know, you lose interest in playing the game, but you've still got interest like I do because the new set's announced. Like, let me know how you guys feel about that. Obviously, please leave a like on the episode. It would really help us out. And a sub would be even better. So thank you guys so much for listening. Check out the other podcasts we've done. And yeah, thanks for listening.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.